Forks are one of the first tactics everybody learns as a chess player. All it is when you move one piece to attack two pieces. That's it. The advantages of forks, of course, in this example here, when we move our knight to attack the king and also the rook, because we're attacking two things, and in chess you can only make one move at a time, Black needs to make a choice. Do they save the king or do they save the rook? They can't save both. So, of course, they need to save the king. He's the most important piece. And after Black saves the king, we win a whole bunch of points, the rook, for free. We're going to now have a look at two more difficult examples with forks. So in this puzzle, it's important to realize that even though the knight is very good at doing forks, because nothing attacks like a knight except a knight, so if a knight's attacking something, it isn't being attacked back unless the other piece is a knight. Any piece on the chessboard can do a fork. Rooks, bishop, queen, even the king, pawns, because everything on the chessboard can attack in at least two different directions. So here, the answer to this puzzle is quite difficult. We do want to do a pawn fork in this position, except we don't have any immediate pawn forks available to us. But we can start the puzzle off by making this move, h3, attacking this bishop. And quite often is the case when an enemy piece is in your half the board, you can look for these moves that try and kick them out. By starting with this move, the bishop now needs to save himself. The bishop can't really come any further forwards because every further forward square is under attack by us. So they have to go back. And when they go back to h5, we can now play g4 and use our pawn to do a fork. Again, we're attacking their bishop and their queen. They're going to lose points. They need to save their queen most likely. And then we take the bishop, winning 3 points. Even at the cost of 1 point, we can see this is good for us. The hardest example I have is this puzzle here. It's black to move. And a lot of kids, they almost immediately find that bishop to d4 check and fork looks like a pretty good idea. But then they realize, of course, this knight is protecting that square. So this is a slightly more advanced puzzle because you're sort of mixing in two tactics into one. We want to play this bishop fork, except this knight is protecting this square. So first we need to play another tactic called removing the defender. We play rook takes knight, removing the defender of the d4 square. And after they take back, even though we've lost our rook, now we can play bishop d4. There's no knight there to protect that square, so they have to save their king, and we pick up this rook for free. If you count the points now, we're an entire bishop ahead, and we will easily win the game.